Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever social distancing social club. We've been playing around with live streaming for a little bit the last couple of days, and it seems to be working. We are hoping to get through all the technical difficulties without things being a little too crazy. So, first of all, welcome to my co-hosts Ben Gleib and Chris Bowers.
Hello, everybody. How are you, world?
Yeah. Oh, my thing is giving feedback. Sorry about that. Already, I'm screwing things up.
Great to be with you all. I hope you're surviving the corona apocalypse as best as you can. This is Henry Horse.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with more than that because you had like a big, there was like a big to do, and you were like, "Hello, everybody. I hope you're okay." I'm done talking.
Yeah, that's all I've got. I've got no tips. I've got no lessons. I've got no way for you to survive. I just hope you can.
Yeah. I really thought we were gonna learn a lot.
Not a lesson here. Well, I did just teach everybody how to eat. You missed it on the pre-broadcast. I was eating toast. People said to me, "Are you just eating plain toast?" And I said, "No, I'm eating toast with peanut butter and honey upside down because all of your taste buds are on your tongue, and it tastes way better." So I always flip foods as it comes in.
That makes sense.
I was gonna say, it's pretty early in the apocalypse to be eating plain toast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is the voice of Michael, by the way, one of our producers chiming in. So that I gotta say, Ben, that is both stupid and brilliant at the same time. Like, it's one of those things that.
What's the stupid part?
It's stupid that the rest of us don't know that. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid that, like, it shouldn't be upside down. I mean, I get why it seems upside down because you don't want stuff to fall when you're eating it, but at the same time,
you gotta flip quickly. You gotta flip quickly.
You gotta,
for pizza.
You gotta
These
quick.
guys are going in. You go, oh, last second.
Just quick flip. So. Okay, but
that's one of those things. That's one of those things, like one of those jokes when you hear a joke that you can't believe no one's ever thought of that before, but they haven't, and it's brilliant. Like, it's like, oh my God, how did we never figure that out? So, right. Hey, I'm Bowers. Good to see you guys. Here's why I'm doing this: is I have a rule where I don't drink by myself, and that's going to make that tough in this quarantine. But I've made a loophole, which is for FaceTime and people are on a video chat that it doesn't count as being alone. So I'm cracking a beer. I'm drinking through all these things. So that's what we're doing, fellas and ladies. So to the apocalypse. Let's drink till we can go outside again.
I'll join you on that, brother.
I know, by the way, you guys that that I'm louder than everybody else on the stream. I'm doing what I can to try to fix the audio. We're doing it through OBS, and apparently OBS is already a third-party live streamer, and I think we need a third-party to OBS to be able to use internal volume. As much as I am proud of my comedic ability, I do not work in IT. So we're doing our best. We'll get there, I promise. And Anthony Falk, shout out. Thank you for the $2 super chat. We appreciate that. We are going to get to... Yeah, we're going to get to the question in a second. For those of you who are saying that the volume is super soft for everybody else, I'm going to try to be softer so that it equals out and just turn the volume up on your damn computer. Right? Does that work for everybody? Okay, cool. So we've got mods going, and we're going to start taking super chat questions whenever you like, and then later on today in this live chat, or in this live stream, we are going to have stand-up comedy performances by both Rob Ryan and Andrew Rivers, two people that my viewers are very familiar with. They've been on tour with me. They've been on a lot of my videos, and we're very, very excited that we're going to have them do stand-up here. And then and you guys can do like live tip jar and then talk to them about their set afterward. So thanks everybody for joining in.
Quick question, Steve. Someone's making some kind of like banging noise on one of the live channels there. That's kind of annoying to hear.
If you're one of the live audience guys, you can't be doing dishes. We need you just to sit.
Yeah, don't do dishes.
Yeah, if you guys can maybe wait till after the live stream to do dishes. I do understand that running water will stop pretty soon, but for now. If we could just hope that you'll be able to do dishes later. And by the way, if running water does stop, I don't think dishes are going to be the biggest issue. So, all right, cool.
Not going to be the biggest issue, am I wrong?
I'm so glad that you weren't in the spotlight window while you said that, because we could just pretend that was an audience member and not one of our hosts.
It wasn't. It was an audience member. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It was Henry. Henry said stupid jokes.
Yeah. Ben's dog is very, very cheesy. All right, producer Michael. Can we go? Can we take a question? Do we have any good questions yet?
So far, Brandon Brock has asked, "Did you get the Twinkies?" Which seems pressing. And
did someone send me Twinkies?
Presumably, I don't know. Have people been getting mail? I haven't checked.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know if you mean like when shopping did I get Twinkies? I did not, because if it's to the point where I have to eat Twinkies for sustenance, I'm out. Like I'm.
Oh hell no! I'm doing that day 3.
That's your last thing, Steve, is when you have to eat Twinkies?
Oh no, I think there are other things before that I'll be out on.
Because when I'm out of beer, I'm out. You know, like that old Milwaukee commercial, when you're out of beer, when you're out of old Milwaukee, you're out of beer. When I'm out of beer, I'm out of life. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, that's then we're out of here. I did not get Twinkies. What is the? I'm curious for all of you. I mean, this is a bit of a different question for Bowers because, you know, Bowers' regular food seems to be, you know, last chance survival food for everybody else. But because Bowers pretty much, what did you get? Frozen pizza and hot dogs?
I got 15 frozen pizzas and 32 hot dogs, baby. I'm ready for the apocalypse. I got this shit.
Dude, you're ready for next Tuesday.
No buns either, because I'm going to lose 20 pounds through this shit too, motherfuckers. We're going to make this keto apocalypse, baby.
Keto with your pizza.
Yeah. I ate the top off, bro. I ate the top. Cheese and the meat. I got a system.
All right. What my question though? So then this is my question to Ben, and also I want for the people in the chat. When you went shopping, did you get anything that you normally wouldn't get, and if so, what is like your most? All right, I'll get this because in case I need it, food for the apocalypse. What's your most last minute survival food?
Well, my girlfriend looked up a list of what you're supposed to do, but have like in a bunker basically, and so we went to the market when shelves were already pretty empty, and we got tons of rice. We got some pasta. We got
No, but that's not the stuff I mean. Oh, no. That's not the stuff I mean. I mean, what did you get that is a bad idea? Like, what did you get? Like, for instance, okay, I got instant potatoes. I don't ever want to eat instant potatoes. I'm beyond my college years where I need to eat instant potatoes, but I got them because they were on the shelf, and I figured, fuck it, in case. That's what I mean.
Got it. So I got evaporated milk because it was on the list, and I don't know why I did that because I don't even drink milk regularly. So during a lean time, I certainly do not need an evaporated form of a thing I don't normally have. But I was convinced this is important to have in your pack, so I got that. And I got a box of macaroons that did not have an expiration date, which I think in retrospect was just probably a oversight or a typo, and they probably do expire, but I believe they'll be good forever. And I got a lot of things that last a year and a half that I don't want to eat even now.
Like what?
I mean, I got weird cereals I've never seen, like wheat-based cereals. I got crackers that look terrible, look like they would honestly make you immediately. I don't think my dog would be interested.
Well, I think you get that bad stuff because it's easier to ration because you don't want it. You have to eat it only when you're starving. When you get the good crackers, and you eat them all the first day. Buy some shitty food you ate because it'll keep you alive. The one thing I got that is going to change everything is my buddy Patrick Murray, who's a comic, who will have on here at some point probably, but he just casually mentioned in a Facebook message the other day about what he calls pizza roll nachos, where you replace the chips and nachos with pizza rolls. And I'm like, well, I can't die without trying that shit. So I bought 2 bags of pizza rolls and some peanut butter. You apparently got to deep fry them so they have the integrity. So that'll be a cheat day thing. Will be pizza roll nachos. But,
oh my god.
Or the last day. Like that when I'm eating that, that's when I think it's
over. Savannah's giving me shit in the chat for attacking instant potatoes. Look, I got nothing against instant potatoes, but I got real potatoes also. I'm just gonna run out of those. Do we have Michael? Do we have anyone chiming in with anything good in the comments on this?
Yeah, we got a super chat from Greg Eitzen. He said, "You deserve more, but I may not be employed tomorrow. Thanks for making us laugh." He gave $12, so thanks for giving us your last money.
That's really. By the way, and can I just say that is not only very nice and generous. But also, if you're gonna die tomorrow, I mean, hell, give us your money. So thanks, much appreciated.
Yeah, why stop at $12?
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer money is going to be a thing. So yesterday, I went to the weed store and converted all my extra cash into weed because I figured that could be currency no matter what happens on it. Paper money may be worthless, but weed is always going to have a value. So
okay, hold on. I don't disagree with you that weed will always have value. That is fair, and I have some stockpiled as well. But this is day 2 of Bowers pushing this theory that money will no longer be a thing. I mean, what get these ideas? Money will be a thing, dude. Money will be so much more valuable.
Okay, I've seen a lot of Walking Dead. I'm just saying, usually money doesn't matter at some point. It's all blowjobs and water and weed. So I got 3 of those. I got all 3 of those.
Well, I bought a bunch of like blackberries and strawberries and froze them. Do you think I have any currency in the new world?
I think a strawberry will be worth a blowjob in 50 days, probably. Give or take.
I will say this: I typically try to keep a couple $100 of Canadian money in my home in case of apocalypse, because Canadian money, A, it's just prettier, but B, it survive. I feel like it would be much better currency in the apocalypse because you can't counterfeit it because it's got like plastic windows in it and foil holograms. Whereas an American dollar, I can print that in my printer closet over here.
I just like the idea. Hold on a second. I love the idea that in Ben's apocalyptic world, here's what's going to happen. First, American money is going to be destroyed, but then everyone's going to suddenly accept Canadian. Have you ever tried to pay for something with, like when I've come back from Canada and I've had change and accidentally put like a Canadian quarter down? Like, you get such a dirty look. There's no fucking way anyone's taking Canadian in America in the future. You're going to have to abscond to Toronto for that to work.
That's because people just don't like coins. Have you ever tried to pay with American coins?
Right?
Yeah, that's true. People don't like coins in general. That's a solid.
You hand people quarters and they're like, "What is your problem?"
I'm not paying for a thing that costs $10 with $10 worth of Canadian quarters. I'm saying that like
you're getting $10 Canadian lap dances with quarters, aren't you, Steve?
That's exactly what I'm doing. You know me so well that Bowers. The reason that you instantly went to lap dances is because that's your currency. All right,
guys, strippers do not like it when you make it rain on them with coins. It's painful, it causes wealth.
It's called making it hail, Ben. So, all right, Michael, do we have more super chats or non-super chat questions that we should get to?
Yes, we have Maiku Otaharu, who said, "Will you ever come back to Mobile, Alabama? I missed your last visit." It's nice to know that even in the apocalypse, those type of comments don't die.
I would love to, but Mobile is by the water, so it's probably gonna disappear first. I hope y'all are gonna be okay. You got good biscuits down there. That's a good currency. I think biscuits is a solid currency. No, I would love to. Look, as soon as we can get back on tour, I'm in. I'm playing everywhere. Because I'm not going to have a show for the next 2 months. I'm like terrified that I'm going to forget all my material. I'm going to have to watch old tapes to remember what I was working on my, like Orlando was my last show a week ago. And I'm not going to have another show till at least early May. And so I'm going to have to watch that tape and be like, what the hell was I writing?
But part of the plan for this is to do some stand-up, and I am going to anyway, on this platform. Because we're going to have to, the new normal is going to change, and this is how we're going to have to do it for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared to like write jokes and do them, and actually, which we're going to do here in a minute. So we're going to have a couple stand-up comics on this show, and so that's going to be the new normal a little bit the next 2 months because no comic can go more than 3 or 4 days without somebody telling them they're great. That's why we're comics. So we're going to find something.
I cannot wait to get back on stage and start talking about eating ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sooner the better for me.
I think you just killed one of our audience members. Okay, Michael, enough of your eating ass. Enough of your eating ass. Let's take some more questions.
some more questions. That's
Yes.
me. My bad. Guys, somebody from Russia says, question, if and when it will come to this, who will you cannibalize first? I like that they have a specific person in mind.
I enjoy that a great deal. Bowers, do you have anyone in mind?
Who am I going to cannibalize first?
Yeah, like if you have to survive by
Kill
eating
and
someone
eat?
else.
Yeah, like top 3, dead or alive.
Probably Cam from Modern Family. He looks yummy. Right? He'd be nice and marbled. You know, like he'd be a good guy to eat.
Eric Stone Street, you're talking about?
Is that his name? I don't know. Just Cam from Modern Family.
I think it's really rude that you want to eat him and you don't even know his name.
Well, that makes it look. Once you know their name, it's hard to eat them. That's why you don't name the lobsters at this fucking at the restaurant.
Speak for yourself. My friend Dorothy went down smooth.
Yeah, I do too. I name lobsters. I name shrimp. When I go to all you can eat shrimp buffet, I name them all. I'm like, you enjoy this, Dale?
Yeah. By the way, Ben, if you could maybe finish dinner before the next live stream starts, we would really appreciate that.
We're yelling at
Why
people.
are you eating like it's the Cold War? Like, what are you eating?
It is basically the Cold War. Secondly, how dare you assume this is my dinner? This is my breakfast.
Single slices of tomato? Like, what is happening?
With lemon pepper on it, and time is completely flipped. This is my morning. I'll be up until 5 a.m. I'll have dinner around 2:30, and lemon pepper on it, so you flip it.
Yeah. All right, Ben, enough of your flippy food.
Somebody doing dishes in the background. Turns out it was Ben making a 3-course meal.
Thank
All right.
you very much.
He had a soup course. That was on the appetizer course.
So, Michael, throw out some questions. What do you got?
From Woody Gallagher, favorite Chicago experience?
Ooh,
I've never been, so.
favorite Chicago experience. I would say that's a really tough one. I think selling out the Laugh Factory out there, that was like early on in my ability to sell tickets, and that was pretty rocking. I like that a lot. Having a bunch of people come out to the show. I mean, any comedian's favorite experience anywhere is people, liking them. Like that's
not mine, buddy. I got one.
What?
I, in fact, got 2 Chicago experiences that were quite incredible for me. One was I actually just had a layover one time in Chicago, a 6-hour layover on the way back from the East Coast to home in LA. And I look up, or I text my dad, he's like, there's a Dodger game at Wrigley Field in like an hour. And so I go, take the train to Wrigley Field, scalp a ticket for $80 in front of the stadium, got like a 4th row ticket, and got drunk during the game, had so much beer, took the train back to my flight, and literally had my bags with me at Wrigley inside the stadium, and flew home and got a Dodger game in during a layover. That was pretty awesome.
I totally forgot, actually. That's a really good point. I have gone to a couple Cubs games, and that was absolutely amazing. And there was there was one where the Cubs tied it up last second, and then ended up winning in extras. David Ross knocked in the winning run, and to see a packed out Wrigley Field. Oh, you know what? I'm an asshole. I threw a first pitch for the White Sox. That was really cool. I'm a total asshole. I forgot about that.
Or my other.
The time I played for the Cubs.
Just that championship I won.
My bad.
Also, my other one was I went to play Zanies in Chicago, got there with my girlfriend for the first of 6 days there. We were also going to see her family, and we were going to go see her childhood high school, and all these things. On day 1 hour into getting into the comedy condo of this 6-day trip, we broke up.
Oh.
And it sounded really sad. It was. Then she says to me, should I go stay with my dad? And I said, or if you want, we can just like celebrate our relationship for the next few days. And she goes, breakcation? I like it. And we had the greatest, most emotional, but so much sex, so much craziness, so much everything for 6 days. It was a weird, wild, magical time.
That sounds like prison.
It was incredible.
That sounds amazing. You're like, hey, I'm going to break up with you. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you on an all-inclusive trip to Cancun where we're gonna like really just celebrate the end of this, and then we leave home, we leave as when we're done. Like that's your parting gifts. That's great.
And we got solid. It was amazing. And we got back to LA, and we were still broken up. My parents picked me up at the airport like they always do, and my ex and I are driving in the back seat, holding hands. My mom turns back. She's like, "So are you two broken up or what?" And we're like, "Yep, we are. We are." And we got home. She grabbed some of her things from my place, left, and that was that.
This reminds me of that last plane flight on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where Brad Pitt knows him and Leo are going to break up when they get home. It's their last night to get drunk together.
Yes, I love that. My relationship reminded you of two men breaking up a business relationship.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take some more questions. We got some more chat coming in. Michael, what do we got?
From Shasta Hedman, we got strangest food y'all have ever eaten and enjoyed.
So I see that, Shasta, that is a $2 super chat, and we very much appreciate you guys super chatting. That is very kind of you folks. We will get to every super chat, we promise. So strangest food we've eaten and enjoyed. I would say, I mean, some of the stuff I ate in Japan, I didn't even know what the fuck it was. But I would say in South Africa, I ate springbok. That was kind of cool. I didn't even know what a springbok was. I just thought it was like a rugby team. But yeah, it's kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a deer, I guess. And I also had haggis in Scotland. The first haggis I had was shit, but then I realized, oh, because it was just like hotel breakfast haggis, and then I had real haggis and it was awesome.
I love that even in the haggis world, there was like the Holiday Inn's continental breakfast wrapped up in plastic haggis. Or there's fancy haggis.
Well, that's exactly what it was. I thought it was garbage, and I hate it. And there's a video of me. I was there with Rivers, who's going to join us in a little bit. And there's a video of me trying the haggis, and I'm like so happy about to try it. And then you just watch me just almost choke on it, just get disgusted. And I thought it was horrible. And I was telling someone who lived in Scotland about it, and she was like, "No, haggis is great." I was like, "No, haggis is disgusting." She's like, "Well, where did you have haggis?" And I told her the hotel, and she was like, "Were the eggs good?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Do you not like eggs?" Like, that's a really good point.
Here's your sign. Yeah, that's.
I one time ate director Paul Haggis, and he was delicious.
A little Holiday Inn, which is weird.
All right, so we're gonna.
For real though, my two favorite foods that were really weird and gross were I often eat escargot. I thought it would be so gross, and I love eating snails. I mean, it's drenched in butter and garlic, but it's incredible tasting. And then I was on a weird retreat in Tulum, Mexico, and they served us crickets, fried crickets. Never thought I would eat a bug in my life. I just was like, all right, fuck it, let's try. And I had one, and then I had 5, and then I had 10. They were fantastic.
There's nothing better than a comic eating crickets. That's
Usually you get crickets when you're eating it.
That's right. It's the only way to make the cacophony go away, Bowers. You just have to eat everyone.
You guys aren't going to believe it.
Is this thing on?
All right, guys. We're gonna go. We gotta catch up. We gotta catch up with a couple super chats.
Okay.
So let's catch up with all the super chats. Then we're gonna bring Rob Ryan in to do some live stand up right here on the show. So Michael, let's catch up with some of these super chats. What do you got?
Sure. Hey, real quick, do you ever think that you just prefer butter and garlic as opposed to escargot itself?
Make a damn fine point.
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
Most foods are a butter delivery system for sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will say I have missed bombing. Okay, good to be back. Heather says FMK, which is Fuck, Marry, Kill. O.J. Simpson, Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein. Anthony Fox says...
Wait, hold on. We'll get one at a time. All right, so... Okay, so Fuck, Marry, Kill, Cosby, Weinstein, and who was the last one?
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson. Well...
All stand up, guys.
You have to kill...
You don't marry O.J. You don't marry O.J. because then you'll get killed. So
yeah, absolutely.
He's gonna be fucked or killed, right?
Yeah, you can't fuck or marry O.J. because he'll kill you. So you have to kill O.J. That's the...
Yeah, it's kill or be killed. Yeah, that's just process of elimination.
Yeah, and then the other, is it fuck or be fucked? So I think.
So I guess you gotta marry
Oh.
Cosby because that.
You marry Cosby because that's the one woman he didn't drug and rape.
Yeah.
And then you fuck Harvey Weinstein against his will and see how he likes it.
There you go. I think we did it.
There's a right answer to every fuck, marry, kill. That is my philosophy.
You pull out and become in a plant.
Oh, God.
Someone asked me, because someone was like, hey, are the people in your heckler videos fake? I was like, what the hell do you mean? And they're like, do you use plants? I'm like, what am I, Harvey Weinstein? So, next question. Michael, next super chat. What do we got?
Comes from Anthony Falk. He asked, dark chocolate and sea salt, good?
Oh.
Hell yes.
Yeah, I mean, salty, sweet stuff, absolutely. I'm a big fan of combining those two.
Look, not only is chocolate and sea salt objectively delicious, but on top of that, I just admitted to enjoying crickets. So yeah, chocolate, I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
I would say in Tampa, there's a club where dark chocolate and sea salt are my 2 favorite strippers.
I just love coming to the main stage. It's sea salt. What is sea salt's special talent as a strip? I mean, dark chocolate we could picture, but what does sea salt do?
Well,
she talks shit to you while she... Sorry, go ahead, Bowers.
I was gonna say you just snort salt up her with a tequila. So
I figured she's just well preserved.
I was gonna say that sea salt is an older stripper who more gives you a lot of guff while she gives you dances. She's a little weathered, and she's kind of got a eye patch.
She's a pirate stripper. Pirate stripper. Sea salt.
Ben, where does she wear the eye patch?
Where does she wear the
eye patch? She wears the eye patch on her vagina, obviously.
Clearly. All right, let's take. Do we have any other super chats left? Because we got to catch up with them before we bring Rob in.
We have one more fuck, marry, kill from Kirk Bowlby. Fuck, marry, kill Whoopi Goldberg, Jeff Goldblum, and Danny DeVito.
Oh, I thought you were going with all gold people.
Right.
So obviously you got to fuck Danny DeVito. Who were the other ones?
Yeah. He'd be the most fun, for sure. I mean, come on.
If you ever give Steve Hofstetter the chance to fuck Danny DeVito, he's in.
Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer. I thought we were going to lead with that.
He's pitched a reboot of Twins for 11 straight years.
But in this one, the twins fuck each other.
Yeah, I'm the taller one.
It's a spin-off from Game of Thrones.
Okay, so what is it? It's Danny DeVito, Whoopi Goldberg, and Jeff Goldblum?
Correct.
Okay, I would say that's a really tough one. I feel like you kill Jeff Goldblum because I don't think he can be killed. Like he's...
This is absolute marriage material.
Yeah.
I just think in these times you gotta kill the white guys, right? So.
Well, there was also I had Whoopi Goldberg asked me in another fuck, marry, kill, and I said that you kill her.
Sorry.
I said that you kill her because then the headline would be like, comedian commits murder, comma Whoopi.
Got it. All right, that'd be a fun headline.
Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna go to.
I just like the fact that Bowers does not think that short people can be white. He's like, you gotta kill Goldblum because he's white.
Well, no, I thought Danny or Goldblum. We gotta kill one of those guys.
And I'm already fucking Danny DeVito, Ben. That's clear.
I appreciate you calling that. I appreciate you calling that out. You're right. I sounded terrible.
I'm gonna throw your mama from a train.
All right, we just got another super chat from someone called the Fat Vegan Liberator and another one called KSTP Daft, and we're gonna get to them in a second. But before we do, we're bringing in Rob Ryan to do stand-up here. You want to? Well, we'll highlight in a second, ladies and gentlemen. Rob Ryan is someone who I've toured with a whole bunch. He is super funny. He's been on Live at Gotham. He has been on a bunch of stuff, and he is going to be the first ever comic on the social distancing social hour, breaking our cherry right here. While Rob is performing, if you super chat, that money goes directly to him. If you want to tip him, that's a wonderful way to do it because comics have no way to make a living right now. So we're doing this so that happens. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hilarious Mr. Rob Ryan, everybody. Rob Ryan.
Thank you guys so much. I was listening to the chat. Thank you all for being so funny and hilarious. I was taking some notes too because I was thinking about what you guys were talking about. I didn't get to. I hate fuck, marry, kill. I have a personal vendetta against that whole game. My whole middle school, all the girls in my middle school would play that game, and you didn't know that you were participating in the game. You had no idea. The girls were playing this game without your knowledge, and then you're just like walking down, and some girl's like, "Hey, Stacy said she'd kill you second period." I'm like, "Oh." But thank you. I appreciate that. I did not get killed very often, though, which is nice. I wasn't getting fucked either. I was a pretty consistent marry. I don't know if you could tell that. I was pretty almost always marry. It was every time. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I don't understand. You realize once we're married, I'm gonna fuck you. I don't know if you in our life together, I'm gonna make a move. And then they're like, no, it's not how it works. You were married, but we're not having sex. And we're like, oh, could you kill me then? Instead of it sounds much better now. I'd rather be dead than have that. I did. Oh, when you said the crickets thing earlier, I had crickets as well. Very interesting. I had some other weird foods all around the world. I've traveled quite a bit. I went to Pakistan not very long, about a year ago. And that was a really cool trip for me. If you ever have the chance to go to Pakistan, definitely, I don't know, just give it a shot. It was weird because I was staying with a guy. They all have servants there, and I was very unused to the whole servant thing. There was I had like a personal servant who was just my guy, and I was alarmed by how quickly I got used to having a servant without, my entire culture, nothing. Because I remember I woke up the first morning and this guy's here and he's like, hey, would you like coffee? And I was like, bro, whoa, no, I'm good. Thank you so much. I can do it. Don't worry about it. Second day, I get up. He's like, hey, coffee? And I was like, okay, you know what? Sure, that'd be great. That's cool. And this guy, he didn't just bring me coffee. He made like a perfect cup of espresso with the little sugar cubes on the side, saucer, spoon. He puts it on a tray, and he puts the tray right next to the couch for me. And I was like, Jesus, Sanaa, thank you. That is crazy. But seriously, no, that's all right. Next morning I wake up, I'm like, hey, you got that coffee? Come on, right here. So I was and he's got the cup, the saucer, the spoon, the sugar on the tray right next to me. Next morning, he knows the deal. I'm like, you got it tonight, come on, let's roll. He gets the coffee, the sugar, the cream, puts it on the tray. Then he leaves the tray a couple of feet away from me, does not bring it right next to the couch. And I was like, hey, buddy, you fucking look at me. What's going on here with the coffee today? By the end of the week, I was like, you call this ironing, Sanaa? Do you want to slide again? Is it what you want, Sanaa? I was a tyrant, a complete tyrant. Yes, I was listening to you, Chris. Good to see Bowers, man. I can't wait to hang out again. I've seen Bowers. We hung out in L.A. I'm glad you're drinking up, man. More power to you. It's a nice rule to not want to drink by yourself. I will tell you this. I actually don't drink alcohol. It's not something. I don't drink at all. I never have. And I know it's not a cool thing to admit. I know it's like socially one step below vegan. I totally understand it. It's not a fun party trick to pull out. Nobody. I wish I quit drinking. Everybody loves if you quit. If I got out here and I was like, hey, man, sober 10 years, everyone's like, ooh, rock on, you're a man. But I get out here and I'm like, hey, I never drink. Everyone's like, pussy, I don't understand. Why don't you drink and then quit so I can respect you? My mom was an alcoholic. That's always my little get it at jail free pass. She tried hard too. She went through the 12 steps to stop drinking. Apparently, not one of those steps is stop drinking. Did you guys? They should definitely consider throwing that one in there. And I'm thinking early too, maybe like number 2 or 3 slot. I don't know, just to get the ball rolling a little bit. Because she was doing them all. She was making amends, and she was giving herself over to a higher power. And let me tell you, that stuff's easy to do when you have a couple of beers. For sure, that really. I think the loved one, for sure. I couldn't believe it. I grew up poor too. Anybody else here in the chat grew up poor, man?
Woo!
You can type it later. Yeah. It's weird when you grow up poor. You don't know that right away. That's something you have to piece together through childhood. It's weird. One day I was looking around. I was like, we're not doing so hot. I've been doing the crunching the numbers here. I don't think you have to figure that out. I remember I figured it out during the holidays. I had 2 older brothers, and I feel like me and my brothers, we learned the true meaning of Christmas every year. We'd wake up, look under the tree, and be like, oh, I guess it's about family again this year. Okay. But the combination, yeah, the money, the alcohol thing, that really wasn't great. It was weird growing up in an alcoholic household because I sort of absorbed a lot of the AA culture, a lot of their phrases, a lot of their sayings and isms. I don't know if you're familiar with this one. Have you guys heard the phrase, hurt people, hurt people? If you haven't, some of you have, some of you not. It's this idea that damaged people are more likely to damage other people. Hurt people, hurt people. I love it. It stuck with me my whole life. Just a couple of months ago, I saw a guy walking down the streets of New York City, and he was wearing a shirt that had that expression written on it. And I knew what it meant. I recognized it. But if I didn't know, he just looks like a fucking maniac with and he's yelling, hurt people, hurt people. Like, oh. That's 2 verbs to most people. You gotta first like go up to him and say something, but then I was like, what if he doesn't know what the shirt means either? And that's exactly the message he's trying to convey. What if you really wanted a shirt that says kill people, but they don't want to size shirt stores, so I let them be. I'll say one more thing, and then I'll kind of open it up to you guys. Thank you, by the way, for coming to the live stream again. I know it can be a lonely experience being cooped up. I feel really bad for a particular friend of mine. She recently got dumped. I feel really bad for her, and she's been calling me. She's been coming to me for emotional support, and I never say the right things. She's just upset. She's like, oh my God, I miss him so much. And I was like, what do you miss about it? Like, I don't even know. It's like little things. Like, we used to bake together. That was like a thing we did. And he'd always like help me out by getting the mixing bowl above the cabinet. That was like his job. And he was always really good around the apartment. He was always like changing light bulbs and stuff. And then during Christmas time, he'd like get the decorations from the attic and he'd like decorate. And I don't know. I need a man. And I was like, it sounds like you need a ladder, to be honest. Thank you guys so much. Please let me know if you have any thoughts, questions, comments.
Rob Ryan, everybody.
That was awesome, man. Great job. That was very funny.
Very funny.
Killing it on the first ever social distancing, social hour stand-up. And we're going to have Andrew Rivers do some stand-up a little bit later also. Rob, I got to say, man, I know your act a decent amount because we've toured together so much. And I would say that material choice, perfect for today. Nicely done. The weaving in and out, making it seamless. Because the toughest thing about doing stand-up when it's not just a comedy club set is you have to really make it appeal to the occasion. And so that was awesome. So by the way, I saw already there were a bunch of tips that came in during your set. Lindsay Curley threw in $20, which is awesome. Savannah Martin threw in $10 and said, I killed many guys in middle school. That's my bad. I'm hoping you just mean in the game. And Jade Scorpion threw in $2 and said, comedians make life better. If you guys enjoyed Rob's set just now, please throw in a tip in the super chat. That is how the comedians get paid on this show. So please make sure tip jar is open right now. So if you want to throw in a couple tips, that would be amazing. Also, if anyone has any questions for Rob, having seen his set just then, producer Michael is taking a look right now.
I have
And
one question for him in the meantime. What is his social handles? How can we follow him? He's very, very funny. I enjoyed everything.
Thank you. For everybody who's interested, my full name is Rob Ryan, and all my social media platforms are at Rob Ryan Rocks, ROCKS. And,
Love that. And go ahead.
I could just shout out all you guys here, Chris, Steve, and Michael, everyone who's created this. Remarkably, I've been doing comedy a long time, and I've worked my way up from being, a host to a feature. I headline shows now, going back and forth. I do quite a bit, but haven't reached that point of actually drawing in a crowd and drawing in an audience. So I will be perfectly honest with you. There's something really just remarkable, and it actually made me just like a little emotional of someone paying me directly because they like me and my comment, if that makes sense. I mean, Steve, you can know what I'm talking about. All you guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
I've been the headliner, but it doesn't mean people are coming to see me. They're just coming to see, they're out there that night on a Friday night. But so this has already been kind of a cool, unique experience. And to you guys out there, just I can't thank you enough for allowing us to continue to do the thing that we love.
I gotta say, Rob, of all of the scripted appeals for more money, that was a very impressive one.
Yeah. And
did you see him cry a little? You know, you get money on the internet, you cry a little. God damn, that was impressive.
I can't think of anything more genuine in my life that I would, yes, oh.
Yeah.
His social media handles was, and somehow watching a Sally Struthers for 69 cents a day. And also, now that we're taking the veneer off of this, I also thought, again, very funny, but I love how you intentionally set the expectations low by having an office setting behind you. Like, filing cabinets behind me. This is just how I talk by the water cooler.
This guy's a nerd.
And a shout out, by the way, Boofus Tifus just super chatted, said, thanks for giving up your time to entertain us while we're on lockdown. Speaks volumes about all of you. Thank you very much, Boofus, and thank you for supporting this to make it work, because, it's not free to be able to do all this stuff. And, even though I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm not keeping any of the money. I'm donating everything I make on this to to comedians that can't work, and we're able to get money for guys like Rob, who had a bunch of gigs and canceled. But it is, to speak to Rob's point before, it is something very, very different, because I was headlining for 10 years before anybody was coming to see me. Like, I wasn't headlining, I was going last. Like, that was the difference, where it was just, some shitty club being like, well, he's got a long enough set and he won't charge much, so let's book him. And eventually being able to be at the point where people actually buy a ticket and are excited to see you is a very different thing. And so it's really cool that we're able to do this online, and you can see directly that there were, of the hundreds of people watching, 3 of them were very interested. So
Hundreds of people on here?
Or the rest of them were just servers and they don't have any money anymore.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Yeah, the rest of them were all working in jobs that just don't exist right now.
Yeah, Rob's a very server-centric comic, but anyway.
Absolutely. Is Rivers back on yet? Can we bring Rivers in, or are we still waiting on him?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, there's Rivers. Okay, I'm going to introduce Rivers now. We are doing another stand-up comedy set. Ladies and gentlemen, to continue to this comedy club vibe here at the Social Distancing Social Hour, I'm very happy to present somebody that people on my channel are very, very familiar with. We've done a whole bunch of ad-lib battles together. He's been in a bunch of my clips. So I think he just burped.
That was not me, by the way. That was not me. That was a burp. That was not. I know that sounded like it would be me, but that was not me.
That absolutely sounded like it would be you. So
right over here.
That's why I had to say it wasn't me, because I was not me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you might know him from his Dry Bar comedy special, which has gotten I think like 10 million views, which is, let's be honest, adorable. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite people in the world, one of my favorite comics. He's like family to me. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Andrew Rivers, everybody. Andrew Rivers,
Sideways.
who's performing sideways right now.
Oh my God, Andrew.
All right. I've always found Andrew's comedy to be a bit sideways, so that was perfect.
Oh,
All
he's
right.
sitting. Oh, good.
All right, Andrew,
Ready to go? Cool.
take it away.
Wow. I just went through a breakup recently, but it's okay. About to get her back with these jokes. It's a real surprise breakup. I didn't see it coming at all. I was always trying to keep things spicy in the bedroom. So we always played a game. It was her favorite. It's called Sexy Librarian, which is where I'm not allowed to talk and she reads a book instead. I never got to be librarian. Let's switch it. After we broke up, I was replaced by a dog, which is refreshing to know the relationship wasn't my fault. She just wanted something that would obey her command. I just don't like that joke, and I think it's because they don't know her. We were hanging out recently, and I was like, I wonder if the dog knows any tricks. I go, hey, boy, speak. The dog was like, help me. I was like, oh, I get it. I was going to a holiday party recently, and right before I went, my parents gave me a big lecture, like, hey, they're very conservative, so just don't bring up politics or religion, which makes me want to bring up politics and religion, but I get it. I'm just curious, do they get a lecture before I show up also? Like, hey, Andrew's a comedian, so just don't bring up love or money, you know, those things up. My parents bring up love and money all the time. That's all they care about. I was FaceTiming them recently, and my dad grabbed my mom's boob, and he goes, when's the last time you did that? I was like, are you my bully from high school? What is that? Also, 2 months. That's not bad. My mom's advice is always very simple. She's like, just pick someone. You know, she's old school romantic. The other day she goes, you know, it doesn't have to be the one. I was like, Dad is right there, you know. But I don't want to just pick someone, you know. I want to be in love. I want to be one of those old couples on an airplane that makes people switch seats. Like, hey, we don't want to be near each other for a while. Can you just trade with us? I am single. I guess I would describe my relationship status as I'm not really looking, and it seems like everyone else is cool with that. So, interesting. But I do miss having a girlfriend because I think having a girlfriend made me a better person because she was constantly pointing out everything I was doing wrong. So, you know, just hard not to improve on accident at that point. I think that's my problem is if there's no one else to put me down, my ego goes unchecked. I'm like, I just think I'm great, you know? She was like, you should work out more, but she didn't say it like that because she was careful with my feelings. So instead, she'd be like, you're a little bitch. And I like that. Turns out. Do you ever look back on the people you dated and realize you have a type? I'm not happy about it, but I like bossy women because I'm a feminist and a fixer-upper, so it just turns me on when a woman is right. If a woman came up to me after a show and was like, you're not making enough money, I'm like, oh, she sees potential in me, you know. But I don't have that right now, so I mostly just take wrong turns on purpose so that the GPS will yell at me. That's what Daddy likes, you know. No, you make a U-turn. I have been going to the gym more. I don't like to talk about it because I hate admitting that she was right about anything, but I should have been working out earlier in my life because I can do all sorts of things I never used to be able to do, like play sports effectively or open pickle jars or have sex with attractive people. You know, you guys were like, well, we doubt that third one. But I don't like to call it working out because it feels too aggressive. Like, I'm going to get my pre-workout and my post-workout. And it's like, that blender costs more than my rent. I can't afford this lifestyle. So I rebranded it. I just call it preventing early death. That's it. Every time I'm in the gym, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to live a few extra years.
I don't know what machine this is. I'm gonna Planet Fitness. It's mostly massage chairs, but just going like this, you know. Like, I'm 35. It's, you know, like I'm not gonna win a beauty pageant. I don't know how to solve the Middle East. Just preventing early death. I'm not trying to join a rec soccer league. I just want a spring in my step if there's a bus coming, you know. Been trying to get out and date more. A girl I was dating recently is a lesbian now, so way to go, Andrew. My friend was like, doesn't that hurt your feelings? I was like, no, if anything, that is proof that people are born gay, right? There is no way a woman leaving a night with this. Well, that's it. I've reached the pinnacle. You know? The mountaintop. The soft hands, the flat butt, it does nothing. I've got to get a Subaru. You know what I'm saying, right? My friend said that that I have an optimistic viewpoint, which I think is code for delusional. But I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. Like, ladies, if you think you might be gay, just try me first. You know, I'm as close to dating a woman as it gets without disappointing your parents.
Oh shit!
If it turns out you are a gay woman, I can show you where to get this haircut. So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Rivers.
Hey, that was so fun. Good job, man.
Cutting you off before you get me canceled. That was awesome. As I said, you know, been touring with Andrew off and on, I think like 7-8 years. And by the way, the super chats poured the fuck in. So CJ Mustang threw in $20, said, I love you, Andrew. Here's a tip for a great set, keeping me laughing on Instagram. So I get a fan right there. Kira M threw in $20, says, keep on killing it, Andrew. Stay strong during the apocalypse. Casey Shaughnessy threw in $20, says, you guys are all great. Thank you, Steve, for helping out your fellow comedians. I've been having a crappy couple of days. This is helping immensely. Thank you all, which is awesome. We're here to help. We're here to distract you guys from what's going on. Brandon Brock threw in $5 and said, have you ever had a girlfriend apologize to you? Me neither. So we definitely want Andrew to answer that in a second. But then the last one, I got to highlight this. Jeanette Lawson threw in $100 and said, it's not all for you, Andrew, relax. And said, this is to be distributed to all the comedians. Life is difficult. You all make it better. Thank you, Steve, for doing this. So thank you guys for supporting that. That is absolutely awesome. What a generous thing that you guys are doing. And again, people who aren't super chatting, we still love you. Because the fact is that comedians live off of two things. One, money, because rent is not free. And two, we live off support. And that support can be, you know, a like on a post on Facebook. It can be a heart on Instagram, whatever the fuck it is. And so you guys coming out here and supporting us like this, that I think that does go a long way to all the comedians that are on. Andrew, do you want to answer that question? Have you ever had a girlfriend apologize to you?
Not like a direct apology, but I do have a joke about her that she has since said a few times, like, hey, you know, I don't know why I reacted so poorly to that the first time around. And like, she said something like, you sneaky devil, she said something like, you convinced me.
Are you dating my mom?
Sneaky devil.
That's the closest to an apology.
You sneaky devil.
Sneaky devil, you made me think about my actions.
I love that the closest thing you got to an apology was her blaming you again.
Yeah, it is really funny. Right. She's like,
way to hold a mirror to me.
Not be mad anymore.
Yeah, by the way, and we just got another super generous super chat. This is amazing. Cruza throws in $160 Australian. That's like $20 US. That's a lot. And says, go buy yourself some toilet paper. It actually is around $100 US, and we very much appreciate that.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that was yeah. Tom Hanks is watching the live stream. He's got nothing else he can do, which is awesome. Thank you for being so generous. And we do have a little bit of time left before we wrap up here at the Social Club. And remember, we're going to be on every day this week at 11 a.m. I'm going to be hosting Q&A with some celebrities. Coming up, we have Hal Sparks, who was in Spider-Man on Queer as Folk. And then we have Ryan Niemiller, who just narrowly missed winning America's Got Talent. and then was on the invitational show that they had. And I'm talking to, can't say who it is yet, but I'm talking to a very big baseball player who recently won a world championship and did not cheat to win it. So clearly not a Houston Astro.
Can I announce who the 5 o'clocks are?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I was about to introduce the 5 o'clock thing. Also, 5 o'clock every day this week. It's going to be similar to today, where we have myself, Ben Gleib, and Chris Bowers hosting. And then we will have a celebrity guest and then 2 comedians like we had today. And we're taking Thursday night off, but all the other nights we'll be on. Ben, you want to run down the lineup for that?
Sure. And just to also make clear, we're going to be including the weekend. So
yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, we will also be doing shows, just not this Thursday. We have coming up this week, in addition to more comedians performing on the 5 o'clock social distancing social club, we'll be joined tomorrow by J. Chris Newberg, hilarious comedians on The Tonight Show many times. He was also one of the writers on Idiot Test, my game show. On Wednesday, we have Elon Gold, a hilarious comedian. He was a celebrity judge on that impression show. He was one of the stars of a Fox sitcom called Stack back in the day, and just a hilarious impressionist and comedian. Friday, we have Allison Rosen, an amazing podcaster. She was the co-host of the Adam Carolla podcast for many years, and then has been doing now for years her own podcast, Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend, as well as Kiddish or something like that, baby-ish, talking baby stuff, parent stuff with Greg Fitzsimmons and Kate Quigley coming next week. We have great people coming up, so please join us every single day at 5 p.m. except this Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, for the Social Distancing Social Club with Chris Bowers, Steve Hofstetter, and myself, Ben Gleib, and Henry Horst will probably be making appearances off the pod.
And we want to, we also want to give a shout out to some of our audience members who have been joining us thus far. So we have a bunch of audience members. We've got Katie K, Carrie M. We've got Anthony, Angie, Eric, Caitlin. We've got a whole bunch of audience members who joined in. Do any of you guys? Yeah. Do any of the audience members? Do you guys have any questions for any of us, including Rob or Andrew? All right, cool. That was a great experiment. If any of you want to ask questions, you can. We've got a couple more super chats coming in. Just some that I saw. Jeremy Day threw in $5. Said thank you for all the laughs. Love you guys. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Johnny Parsnips, excellent YouTube name by the way. Says 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. What time zone? And from Buffalo, New York. It's actually Pacific time. So same time as this, 5 to 6 Pacific time, and then 11 to 12, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. 12 p.m. 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. is way too long of a live stream. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific. We are going to be doing more live streams.
Steve, if somebody wants to be in the audience, how do they get to the audience?
Oh, if someone wants to be in the audience, you can find that on my Eventbrite. I have the links on all my social media. We also have events on my Facebook. The tickets coming up are going to be only $10 a piece, and that money goes to support comedians who are out of work right now. So if you want to join us live in the audience, and if you so choose, you can ask a question. Like when I throw it to you, and I'm like, hey, does anyone have any questions? If you have one, you can ask. And if you don't, you can just stay silent and then have us have a nice pause for a little bit. And then we've got a couple more. Invictus Byzantium throws in $10, says, thanks for doing this. My job just got canceled at the end of the month at least. This is helping bring my evening back from the brink. Thank you very much. And I know that those of you who are out of work who are still giving money, that's amazing. We don't expect that from you. And that is very, very cool that you're willing to do that. And then Lindsay Curley throws in another $20 and says, love how selfless you are hosting these twice daily and donating the proceeds. Gotta ask a fuck, marry, kill. Oh, shit. All right. She just asked a fuck, marry, kill. Drew Lynch, who's not here, and then Andrew Rivers and Rob Ryan.
Well, we're obviously going to marry Rob Ryan.
100%. Rob is marriage material.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Rob, for the first time, someone on a fuck, marry, kill is not going to marry you. I will kill Rob Ryan.
Thank you, Steve.
That means I have to marry or fuck Andrew.
Great.
What?
I marry Andrew.
All right, yeah. Andrew can be marriage material.
Absolutely, Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
So
Actually, nothing made me laugh more than watching your set was great, but then thinking that it was a dating profile video made me laugh.
Jay Rivers on Instagram, slide in my DMs, baby, all you want.
yeah, and I guess I'm fucking Drew Lynch.
Real lonely in quarantine right now.
Yeah. Okay. So so that everybody can find out more about all of our special guests. Andrew Rivers, tell people where they can find out more about you. I would say, do you have anything coming up? But I know that can't be true for any of us.
No.
So
Andrew J. Rivers on any website you belong to, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Adult Friend Finder, send me a message. Andrew J. Rivers.
All right, and we already know Rob is Rob Ryan Rocks on all social media. Chris Bowers, how can they find out more about you?
At Bowers Comedy on Snapchat. One thing I want to say, guys, is this is going to get really isolating a little bit. For those of us who love people, what I'm going to do, and I suggest you guys do this too, is we're starting to have some FaceTime parties. So when I moved out here, again, my rule of not drinking by myself, I would FaceTime people and see if they would drink with me. And so after about 15 minutes, you forget you're on FaceTime, and it really feels like you're there. So like we're going to have a FaceTime party here. At 6:30 Pacific, a bunch of my friends are going to come on FaceTime. You can FaceTime up to 32 people at once now, and whenever you talk, it pops up big in the box, and it's pretty cool. So like this felt like a community, really. It felt like we had an audience. It felt like we were all together, and that's really what we're going to have to do here. We're going to find other ways to not feel like we're all by ourselves in our apartments or houses. So yeah, FaceTime your friends, and when your friends FaceTime you, fucking answer the phone, you dick. Just answer. We know you don't have to work. You're not doing anything. Shut the fuck up. You can pause the office and talk to your goddamn friend, okay? Answer the phone and quit being a bunch of fucking...
Look, Bowers, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't answer when you called me. I'm sorry.
We're going to start doing FaceTime beer pong tournaments. So you just have to get the supplies for your house. You set up your own table, and then you throw, and I hit cup 3. We all take cup 3 off our table, and then the next guy goes, and we all do it on FaceTime. It's going to be fun. So let's make the best of this and have a blast. And we have a month-long snow day. Let's not bitch. Sure, we might die in a month, but fuck, let's have a fun time till we're dead.
And speaking of playing beer pong with Bowers, if for those of you who want to do stuff like that, we have a Patreon. You can see the Patreon info on the screen. If you want to sign up for our Patreon, one of the tiers is that you can drink with Bowers every month. So if you want to FaceTime party with Bowers,
I think it's $100 a month, twice a week. I'll FaceTime drink with you for half an hour. So
yeah. Hell yeah, yeah. He's gonna do it anyway. He'll do it for free. So, yeah. So if you want to join the Patreon, it supports more comedians. And there's all kinds of
to make Bowers less lonely. Then that's an option.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can do on there. Ben Gleib, tell the people where they can find out more about you.
Cool. That was a really fun show today. I had a blast with it. Thank you all for tuning in. You can check out my brain teaser game show if you want something that can take your mind off of all of this going on in the world. It's called Idiot Test, one word, IDIOTEST, on Netflix, the first season, and then on Game Show Network, all 4 seasons. You can see them sporadically or on DVR. I have an hour special that premiered on Showtime, but now it is on Amazon Prime and for free right here on YouTube. It's called Neurotic Dictator, so you can watch that in 5 parts in its entirety here on YouTube. Please check that out. Follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/bgleib, BGLEIB. I have better followers than all other platforms, but a pathetic following here on YouTube, so please do follow youtube.com/bgleib and at Ben Gleib on all other social media. And lastly, my podcast, Last Week on Earth, with Ben Gleib. I've been doing it for 9 years. I summarize the world every single week, often with celebrity guests, sometimes solo. This week with a ER doctor and also a TV medical expert to kind of put the coronavirus in perspective for everybody and tell you what you need to worry about, what you don't need to worry about. And I also do a very long solo intro where I cover a lot of things happen on Earth, some political, some pop culture, some serious, some silly, some science, some weird stories. So please subscribe, check that out, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific time.
And a quick thanks to last minute super chats we had. Casey Shaughnessy says, Steve, you made me super happy. You said my last name right. Come on, I've been to Boston. I know what that name is. And Cruza tried putting in $3 more Australian and apparently said something naughty. that got deleted by a mod. So so we learned that. And it looks like Dun Talk threw in 25 bucks Canadian. So much appreciated. You guys are absolutely wonderful. We're gonna wrap up here. Shout out to Michael and Rachel, who are our awesome producers, who made this thing happen. We are going to work on getting the audio perfected. Little things here and there with the tech. We'll get better each time. 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific every day. We'll see you guys soon. And please share this with your friends. The videos will not be live afterward. It is live stream only. If you want to catch any of these, you got to join us live. So thanks so much, everybody.